It's year number 10 for Mike Gundy as Oklahoma State's head coach, and the numbers speak for themselves. 41 wins in the last 4 years, 59 wins since 2008, which is number 8 in America, the best run of bowl trips in the history of Oklahoma State football. Welcome back to the Cowboy Football Roundup. And Coach, so many things have happened. Big 12 championship, Fiesta Bowl championship, all kinds of great things. But another thing that's happened is this has become sort of the laboratory, if you will, for great innovations in offense, not just impacting college football, but pro football. So when you took the job back in 2005 and you were thinking about your plan here, did you feel like one of the things you had to do was be creative and innovative offensively? Because it seems like that piece of it has really benefited your program.
Sure. We felt like that we had to do things differently than what had happened here in the past. And just until last season, Oklahoma State's overall win-loss record was under 500. And so we knew that we had to make changes, and we wanted to step out of the box. And just because something had been done one way in the past, we didn't think it necessarily needed to be done that way in the future. So we were really the first team in this league to go no huddle and with a hurry-up offense, and it's been very custom now. A lot of teams are doing it.
You were talking about the conditioning piece and scaling back some in terms of practices. How drastic has the impact of that been as you get into late October and the month of November?
I don't think there's any question. It's the best thing that we've done. And it's interesting when we have coaches visit us, guys that have been in the business for a number of years, they're somewhat amazed of the time that we don't spend in the meeting room or on the football field. And I think it keeps our players and our coaches fresh mentally. And we're all controlled by our thought process and the way we handle all situations and from a mental standpoint. And our coaches and players are fresh.
So what about the recruiting piece? Because it's interesting. You've had 6 first-round NFL draft choices since 2009. There had only been 9 in the previous 60 years Oklahoma State players drafted in the first round. What's been the key in terms of recruiting?
Well, we've not necessarily paid attention to stars and rankings and where players were rated. We tried to do the best we could to evaluate them on what they brought to the program. If they had enough heart, football was important to them. Being on a team was important to them, graduating from college. I'm going to venture out and say we evaluate players a little differently than most other people, or what I was accustomed to in the past. And then we have a great system in place here. Our players buy in, they believe. We have the best strength and conditioning coach in the country. We have nutrition. We have our own restaurant that we've had here. That's getting very popular now with the new rules. We've had that for a number of years. So I'd like to think that we've been ahead of the game.
When we come back, Coach Gundy and I preview the season opener. The Florida State Seminoles, the defending national champions, will be the Cowboys' opponent in Arlington, Texas. We break down that game after these messages.